This is everybody's biggest topic. Is the shoe game washed?
This is gonna cause a little bit of controversy with my wife because we still debate over who started the name DiverseSole, but for some reason his bank was able to cancel it before I got it, and that was like $1,100. All right, so sneaker business. If you wanna get into it, do not be afraid. What is up, Diverse family? We're back with another video, and on this video, we asked for your help. A few days ago on Instagram, we did a story post for you guys to ask us any questions you may have for us. So let's answer them, let's get into it.
And if you like this type of content, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Now, let's not waste any more time. Let's get right into this video.
All right, so our first question from Rudy Rowdy. How do you guys deal with threats to the shop? Or have y'all gotten any angry customers? We've had both from the same person, threat and angry customer, but we just banned them. I mean, we don't like to get too aggressive in the store or anything like that unless we have to, like if you try to put his hand on us, but good thing he didn't. And yeah, we just banned him.
I mean, with me, and I haven't had any angry customers, to be honest. Wait, who are you guys talking about?
We don't want to, you know.
With me specifically, if there's an angry customer, I mean, I've been in the customer service industry for a while, so I mean, sometimes it could get a little heated, but most of the time it's just people mad about the offer that we gave to the shoe. But knowing that well, it's like, you know, that's fair for the market. Other than that, any threats to the shop? Not really. I mean, we're chill people most of the time.
For the most part, I feel like.
We like to, obviously, I mean, some people don't understand our sarcasm as well. So maybe that's why they might get angry at us. But most of the time, we just try people, like, treat people like if they're like our homies. Shout out to all angry customers out there. So for our next question comes from Luis Lopez. But what's the struggle that you have faced with your business?
Man, a lot. I mean, businesses are up and down. For the most part, when you start, I feel like they're down till you get there, which I don't even think I'm there yet. But number one struggle that I feel like I face with now might be just trying to push sales consistently. Obviously, that comes with us getting bigger and stuff like that and getting a bigger clientele via Instagram and locally. So that's something we're still working towards. But that's a struggle that I feel like most businesses will have on the first few years coming in. Something that we have to work towards getting ourselves. It doesn't come on our own, so.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like one of the biggest struggles that we had when we were here was probably losing the page, if you want to talk about that.
Yeah, that was a big struggle.
That was one of the biggest struggles, because you obviously see the difference from 2,000 followers to now. We're almost at 10K followers, guys. Don't forget, keep following us or sharing us.
Yeah, which goes back to just, I guess, having a good base of followers that continuously keep going. Where you're at is going to be what it is for now, and then once you get those bigger, then the business will get bigger. All
right, so continuing off, we have another question from Luis Lopez. He also asked, how do you deal with your competitors? Sheesh.
It's tough, man. It's tough because these guys know I don't like to follow a lot of shoe pages for reasons of I don't want to see what people do, just because I don't want to get influenced by what people do. But in a sense, that's good to do because you want to see what works for people.
No way.
But at the end of the day, again, this sneaker business, you could do it in different types of ways. You have to find out what works for you. So I try not to look at other people's pages, but I mean, to answer it, I mean, I don't know. Obviously, you always try to have the better prices, but then again, you don't want to always try to beat the prices because then it could come into a battle of who has the best prices. So, I mean, there's so many shoes out there. A lot of people have the same shoes to where you don't want to go back and forth, and at the end of the day, no one's gonna make money. So I think at the end of the day, it's just building your clientele to where they trust you, where you're pricing your shoes right, and you won't even have to deal with competitors at that point. So. All right, this one is by Javi.392. Everyone's dream shoe in the shop.
Holy shit.
One shoe only, dream shoe.
Oh, my dream shoe of all time, the Nike Air Mag, Back to the Future. A lot of people have been hating on them, bro. I seen on the Godsole stuff that they're like, oh, this is one of the worst shoes of all time. I don't know what the fuck is worth so much. But I was like, to be honest, it's classic. It's just nice.
It is. It's iconic for sure. I don't know if I'd be able to wear that, but it is an iconic shoe to have. That's like a museum type of piece. So you wear those every day if you can.
If I had one shoe to wear my whole life, it'd be that one. All right, what's yours, bro?
Oh, damn, that's tough. I would go with I don't even want to say this because it's probably not really it. I was gonna say Dior One Low, like that's a grail, and it's like if I could afford that, I'd rock that a lot.
You rock that every day?
I'd go with that. I'm gonna go with that for now.
You rock that every day?
I would rock that every day.
That's just, I feel like that's just like a museum piece, like something you put in a museum. Okay. So the next question comes from Leo Avila. Popular shoe in inventory.
Our most popular shoe.
Our most popular shoe in the inventory.
I'm gonna probably go with the What the Dunk. SBs are hot right now. It's one of the all-time girls for SBs.
I don't think that's what he meant. I think he meant the most selling shoe in our inventory rather than our most popular shoe.
Popular and most selling are two different things, I feel like.
I don't know about popular, but some people use popular.
One could be good selling, not as popular. One is really popular because there's only very little.
I don't know, bro.
What do you guys think?
I don't fucking know.
You give it your best selling then. I'm gonna go my most popular What the Dunk.
Go ahead, bro. The What the Dunk. Why?
What do you mean why? Because it's rare and it's hard to find.
Why is it rare?
Hurry up and pick yours.
Mine is probably the military blacks that we don't have in stock right now. That's why it's so popular and it's best selling.
That's the most popular.
Okay, so this one from D.Mitri. He asked, when did you realize you loved sneakers and what shoe made you fall in love with the game? Or probably just fall in love in general.
Man, I'm gonna go probably to my first initial, like I can think of when I got a shoe and I was super excited about.
No way.
This is probably when I was like 8 to 12 years old. It was the G-Units. The Reebok G-Units, we were just talking about them the other day. I was like, man, because me and my brothers were a big G-Unit fan, 50 Cent and all that, they'd be wearing them. And he released his first shoe, and they were at the Tyler Mall, and my mom was walking around, we were walking around the mall, and I begged her both to get them for me, and she didn't get them for me that day. She would have waited like a week, but yeah, that shoe, and then I just started liking shoes from that. I feel like I've always liked shoes, but that specific shoe point, like, for me is like, that's what started it. Like I needed it, wanted it, and I got it.
Well, for me, it was one of the shoes that I never received, because I was mainly thrifting and stuff. Shoes. It was the one we were talking about. The what is it called?
Air Max?
No, not that. No, not the Air Max. The ones with the.
Oh, Supras.
There you go, the Supras, bro. I've always wanted one of those shoes, especially the high tops. Those were fire. I feel like that's the shoe that probably made me start liking shoes. Obviously, I still didn't get into the hype stuff until now that I was a grown up, but that was probably the shoe that got me into
So what shoe got you into the game? Because that one didn't obviously get you into the game, thank God. After, later on, like, which one got you into the game? Like, oh, I like this and I want to start dealing with these type of shoes.
Oh, I mean, to be honest, I liked it. I didn't really like it. I just heard that there was money in it.
What, the game?
Yeah, in the game, which was the off-white sales. That's what started. Like, I was like, what the fuck? People pay $2,000 for a shoe?
Yeah.
Ain't no fucking way. But then again, I kind of like looking at both ways. I was like, well, people pay $2,000 for figurines and shit, you know?
Yeah, that is true. A lot of people always say that too.
Yeah,
so there's a lot of things like that.
People fucking pay fucking $10,000 for a Darth Vader real life.
Cards and everything.
Yeah, you know? Stuff like that. Piece of plastic. It's the same thing as piece of leather.
Yeah. Up next by Tony2806. What is the meaning behind your brand name? Man, this is gonna cause a little bit of controversy with my wife because we still debate over who started the name DiverseSole.
No way.
And it's like, bro, I know I started the name of DiverseSole. Like, I chose the word diverse, but she swears like she did. But I'm gonna stick to mine because I know, like, I feel like I did. But I was trying to think of something that could mean like different in a way where it could be like, you could put it with shoes.
I was looking at the antonyms, bro.
But no, then I heard a Lil Wayne song and
Synonyms?
he said the word. And in one of his verses, it was like, I'm diverse.
What was the verse, bro?
He said, I'm diverse. I see the road second. I get high first. I don't know what that had nothing to do with shoes, but I was like, I'm diverse. Let me look into it. And
stoner.
Knew the meaning and everything. I was like, oh, it means like different in your own way type of thing. So no, I want to sell a variety of shoes. So DiverseSole. All right, up next from Dadbod. Have you thought about opening a second store?
Well, I actually thought about it like.
It is something I've thought about a lot. A lot of people always ask me. A lot of people always tell me. I don't know, man. One day. I don't believe in. I'm not saying I don't believe. I don't know what I'm saying now. I feel like one store until it's solidified at its highest peak or point is at the time where you could expand because you've built a whole system that works. I'm not saying other people that opened multiple stores didn't work, but I just like to look at Urban Necessities for that example. And they had one store continuously until maybe a year or two ago. And this was in Vegas. He had it. That was his only store for years. He's only had one store before that. So now he's in Saudi Arabia.
No way.
Another one in Vegas.
What is he doing in Saudi Arabia?
And I think one in LA. I mean, it's smart. There's money out there. Maybe in the future, but I haven't thought about it to where it's going to be anything recent.
So Big Checks Only asks, what defines a DS pair of shoes?
Ooh, man. This has to be like,
now
we're going to put this in our policies.
Wait a minute. Before we even say what it is, we got to explain to the people that don't know the terms.
No,
what does
you have
DS
to figure it out on
mean?
your own, bro. DS is DS. Right?
Whoa!
Like,
this guy's a dick.
DS is?
Dead stock.
No.
And the definition, imagine. Fuck. It's like, and in definition, dead stock would solidify as or complement as something that has not been worn.
Do you know where the word dead stock came from together?
Yes. Dead stock comes from dead stock animals, which means they're still alive, which means they haven't been used.
I was just acting, I didn't even know that, to be honest.
Yeah,
I was like,
Just kidding, I didn't fucking know that. I just pulled that out of my ass, I don't know.
all right, so dead stock, I don't know. I'm gonna go with, we're not retail, so in a sense, I guess it would have to be not even tried on. Because in retail stores, they can, like Foot Locker and them, they'll let you try on shoes, walk around in them, because they don't care because it's not hurting their profits or anything like that if it sits. Because that stuff's coming from Nike. That affects Nike, not them.
Yeah.
In the case where it's individual stores like this, boutique shops, we're buying shoes. If we say they're brand new, we have to sell it as brand new because that's just how it is in the sneaker game. And I feel like if people try it on, some people don't like their shoes tried on. They want to be DS as maybe a collector piece. I don't know, but.
So what if people want to actually fucking try them on in the shop?
We do let people try on. Obviously, if it's like a super girl that's DS.
Is that DS or is that not DS no more? Based on
if they
based on the
if they
terms
just
that you
try it on, if they just try it on, I still consider DS. If you walk around in it, it's tried on.
So
I think you'll see the differences in the left and the right. We're just trying it on and walking around in it.
Okay.
Because if you just try it on, you're not creasing or anything like that. But if you're walking around in it, then that's tried on now. All right, next question by Gabe Lobo 1. How do you determine market value? And if you're using it, like let's say StockX, is it legit? Well, I feel like for pre-owned, let's start with pre-owned. We kind of have a base market for shoes that are kind of like general releases and what they come out for. So, and then we just try to make whatever margins we try to do so. But we're not buying everything. So we're super selective as far as what we buy.
Yeah.
So we try to get things to move in the pre-owned, not to sit, unless it's a super grill.
What's super grill? Like 1,000 and
not
up?
Not super grills, but like Travis's and all that.
1,000 and up, right?
Yeah.
Around there?
500, 600 and above, yeah.
Okay. Heaters.
What about DS? What do you think? How you determine those?
Determining DS is a little bit easier just because it's, brand new, unless, there's some flaws on the shoe. But, what usually you do is you just look up both markets and then you try to find something where it's kind of like how much people are willing to pay and offer and stuff like that.
But would you go off of, like, when you're trying to sell it, do you go off of what the market says I can sell it, or what your clientele, you think you could sell it to your clientele for?
Holy shit.
Because I feel like I buy DS to where if it's old shoes, where it's like at a good price to where my locals are like, oh dang, it's a good price for that shoe I haven't seen in a while, versus it's selling on StockX for a longer time. So those I feel like you have to pay a little less on to price better because they're not so hot, but like people still like those shoes that they weren't able to get.
I feel for me it's just based on, if it's a heater, then I wouldn't mind sitting on it.
Yeah.
And if it's something like cheaper, then obviously we have the prices that we usually pay for things that are going below retail and stuff. So.
Which right now, like used, we're paying like, honestly, on average of pairs, if it's nothing crazy, we're paying like an average of what, 50 to 100?
50 to 100 bucks. Obviously that's on the general release type stuff,
Yeah.
Other than that, if it's a little bit better, then obviously we pay a little better. But then obviously we're not gonna pay 150 bucks for something that's been beat.
Yeah. All right, up next from Retired Astro. Biggest L in DiverseSole history.
Biggest
Damn,
L.
I know you have a long list, but which one do you?
Whoa! It says DiverseSole history. That's yours. Yes, your history, not mine.
I think he met anyone that works here.
Oh, I don't.
That part of
my biggest L. What is my biggest L? I don't even think I have a big L. Like most of my L's have been like really small. Oh, here's one. This is why I never trust people when they say they have the legit check on them. Obviously, you can trust us because we wouldn't.
Oh, I heard that.
Yeah. But I went all the way to Chino. Some kids like, oh yeah, I'm selling these Alma Maneers, and I offered them $280, and they were clean, like they weren't like used and stuff. So I met up with him and everything, and then I was like, hey, you have a legit check for this? And I did my due diligence, but obviously there's some shoes
it's probably dark.
Obviously there's some shoes that you can't really see if they're ghost stitching, huh? Have you seen those fakes?
Yeah, those are really good fakes.
Don't have ghost stitching. So I told them, I was like, these look good to me, obviously, because they look good, but I completely forgot how the box looked. And then, what is it called? I was like, but do you have any legit check? How do you know this is real? Do you have a receipt? Something like that. And he's like, yeah, my homie actually sent me the screenshot of JIT app. So I was like, okay, must be good. My head ass should have just passed him through, because when I got here, I looked at the box, because we had gotten the same shoe, and the box was different colors of violet. I think it's like violet, right?
Like
or purple?
off rip, yeah, it was like super different.
Yeah, it was like freaking faded as fuck, and I was like, fuck. So then I passed them through legit app, and they turned out to be fake. So what was your L then?
My biggest L, probably recently, bro. If you're watching this video and you got some fragments off me, bro, where are we at?
It was Gotso.
Gotso, man, freaking he zelled me, and it showed that it went through, but my bank ended up having to like review it, and I guess it was on a Friday or Saturday, and then it updated to Monday, and I never got the money, even though he sent it. Like I got the confirmation and everything, and I was looking at him send it to me, but for some reason his bank was able to cancel it before I got it, and that was like $1,100 on the Travis fragment.
Holy shit.
Yeah, everyone was like,
Wait, how did he cancel? I thought you said that what happened was he sent it, but it says, oh, right now it's there. Like,
under review.
Yeah, stuff like that. And you're like,
But I guess, I guess when that's on there, they're still able to block it. Like, no, we didn't mean to send that. Like, they can still cancel it on the app if it's under review only.
Yeah. So how do you fix that moving forward?
Cash, unless I get the money on the spot.
Yeah. So now you know. What?
Yeah, that's probably my most recent big out.
Golpe avisa. So M.Arc24 says, is the shoe game washed, and what advice do you give to new business owners? Let's start with the first section. Okay. This is everybody's biggest topic. Is the shoe game washed? I feel like the only reason why people say that is because they're not making as much money as they used to back in COVID days.
That is true.
It's not worth it to camp out no more.
Yeah, I feel like during COVID time, it seemed easy for business owners that started businesses during those times, because I feel like there was a lot more money in people's pockets compared to times now. So it's like, I don't think it's washed. I think people are just being more selective since there's not as much money now.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, goes back to COVID days. People were buying so much that they were paying so high. And I feel like a lot of people realized, and a lot of people were taking advantage of that too.
Yeah.
A lot of stores.
People were buying high. Even the stores were buying fucking stupid high just to
like crazy,
put it for
bro. I remember
high.
like I'd post pandas for like 180, 200, 220-ish. And then they'd be like, oh dang, I just almost bought some at this store like down the street or wherever it was. And then for like 350, 400 bucks. I'm like, what the heck, bro?
500. Actually, no, that was kind of dying down now. Around COVID.
Mids were going for like 200-300 bucks.
Around COVID was when freaking pandas blew freaking, I don't know, to the sky. But I feel like it's, I don't know, like I said, one is there's not enough money. Two, it's probably because a lot of people are starting this, I feel like it's the pan effect. It's what I would like to call it. The pan effect is
Just started corporation?
when the Panda first came out, right? Everybody wanted. Oh wow, you know, it was just a simple black shoe, black and white shoe. Yeah, I got it for
retail.
For retail.
Okay.
The second section is what advice would you give? The second section is what advice would you give new business owners?
All right, so sneaker business. If you want to get into it, do not be afraid. Obviously, it is scary, but all you have to do is learn your market, learn when you can sell, learn and pay attention to what does sell. And times like this, you just gotta price things to move. Unless you want to sit on it, unless your clientele pays higher than what most people would pay, then that all goes into your effect on how you're doing your business. So, I mean, go for it. Whatever you want to do, if you're doing sneaker business, just get ready for a lot of lessons learned if you didn't learn already, and you got to be able to pick yourself up during times where it's just, most people probably would have gave up, to be honest, because it's not easy.
I think a lot of people are starting to fall off the game now.
Yeah, I mean, it is hard for a lot of stores for sure, just because.
Right now, survival of the fittest, basically, no?
Yeah, I feel like now it's like really like showing, not discrediting anyone that did a sneaker store and opened a business, but I feel like now it's showing from like people that have really been in the game and like know what sells for what and what to buy things at a way smarter and like better quality.
Basically, it's more on experience now.
All right, that is it for today's video, man. We appreciate all your guys' help for these questions. I hope we answered them to our best knowledge and your liking. Comment down below what was your guys' favorite question and response, and we appreciate our support.
And if you like the content, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Also, remember, we have a website, www.diversesolesb.com. You can get your orders picked up or shipped.
Remember, be different, be you, stay diverse.